Hey guys, welcome back. So this is us once again playing a game of 5 plus 3 time control. Our opponent today is Meth. I'm not sure. Meth, I am a pup. Is that the way you say that? I'm not even sure. I will. Um, I hope my opponent will forgive me for not being that fluent in all of those weird nicknames on Lichess. Definitely, I came across weird ones, but this is one of the more ununderstandable ones. So we're going to play a Sicilian today, and he's playing a c3 Sicilian. So that's a very legitimate move, pushing for d4. Black has two good responses. One of them is being knight to f6, attacking that pawn on e4, taking advantage of the fact that white can no longer defend the pawn with knight c3. And the second one is the move I'm going to be playing is d5. He is instantly reacting with e takes d5. And now white will play d4, and we will reach a pretty standard position, which is actually pretty much reminiscent of the French defense, but black is kind of happy about white spending a move on playing the move c3, which is perhaps not the most useful move in the world. So it's good time to start developing our pieces. Let's play knight c6. He's playing bishop b5. I'll play also knight f6. Black has basically a couple of ways that he can be developing his pieces in such positions. I'm going to be deploying a very aggressive setup, which involves a pawn sacrifice if my opponent decides to accept it. Very much in the spirit of my new released course that you will see right now on your screen from the right side. This is my new course working for the Remote Chess Academy about positional pawn, not positional pawn sacrifices, but in general positional sacrifices. You will find there lots and lots of different kinds of sacrifices, from pawn sacrifices to exchange sacrifices, many games of famous world champions, many games, some of them also of mine. And in this position right now, I think I have a good chance of exploiting one theme that I'm presenting on my new course, which is a sacrifice of material in order to accelerate development. So my opponent now is threatening to take the knight on f6. Queen takes f6. Obviously, we don't want to take with the pawn, crippling our pawn structure. And then he's going to take the pawn on d5. But we are going to say to that, okay, do that. So our opponent is going to win a pawn right now. But this pawn on d5, first of all, is anyways kind of an isolated pawn, which I think it's it's nicer to give up or sacrifice a pawn, which is pretty weak anyways. So what kind of compensation do we get for the pawn? First of all, two bishops. So these bishops are pretty active. This bishop is nicely placed. That bishop very actively can go to all kinds of nice squares. Second thing that we have is nice open file so for our rooks. But first of all, we must move that bishop. So two candidate moves. Bishop b6, bishop d6. Probably bishop b6 is the more solid one. I already consumed quite a lot of time on my clock. I should be probably playing a little bit quicker. So yeah, queen g5. So he wants to basically exchange queens because he has a pawn up, and on principle, exchanging pieces should be a positive thing when you have up material. But he needs to pay a price for this, which is misplacing his pieces a little bit. So I think I'm going to accept. Now the knight is definitely misplaced there. I don't want to play h6, definitely not. I want to keep that knight there. I want you to take a notice that both of these knights, both of these pieces, are pretty badly, basically not defended. So one tactical idea that I might exploit is some kind of a double attack on the 5th rank. So the moves that come to mind are either rook e8 or rook d8. Both are very sensible. I'm not even sure myself what to choose. What I kind of like about the move rook d8, that it keeps the option of not allowing the knight to go on d2. Yeah, Tough choice, definitely. Let's play rook d8. Yeah, okay, rook d8. So the knight cannot go on d2. That's already a nice thing. You see that white has a small issue with his development. Knight a3 might be the move that he must do at some point. Actually, I just figured knight a3 also defends the bishop on b5, right? Yeah, my tactic doesn't seem to work right now. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. And the move rook d2 also doesn't give me any special dividends because of knight c4. Defending from both. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. So my whole tactical idea has been kind of dismissed, but that's fine. We still have what we call a long-term compensation. Our bishops are going to stay active basically forever. So what should we do now? Perhaps bishop g4. Is that a move? The idea is to stop white from developing his rook to d1, which is what he wants to do. I don't want to exchange rooks because once again we are playing for the activity of our pieces. So definitely any exchange of any piece is going to be pretty harmful for us. So that's not something I really want to see. Knight c4, very sensible. Once again, he wants to exchange pieces. He does allow me to play this bishop e2 move, but is this does this really give me anything? Let's say bishop b2, rook e1, take, rook d2, probably nothing. Can I play my planned tactic? I don't have too much time. I'll probably have to just trust my intuition and just do that. Yeah, bishop c6. Do I... I'll just take the bishop probably. Very low on time. So much explanation going. So little time remains for actual good moves. Yeah, I gotta adjust myself to this fairly quick time control. So now his knight is still hanging. I'm still a pawn down. Still, my pieces are pretty active. And I really want to invade on the second rank, definitely. So the only move that kind of makes sense is f5. I guess I'll have to try this one. f5. The knight has to move to g3. And then we might have this rook d2 resource at some point. f3. I'm surprised by that. I have to take on e4. Now I have this dangerous, potentially dangerous pass pawn. But 13 seconds on the clock. G. So little time. Okay, let's push it, see what happens. This pawn is still under some pressure, so it cannot take it. It cannot play rook e1 so easily, I guess. I should have probably played rook d2 first. I kind of regret playing e3, but that's okay. You see that black's compensation is even in the endgame. I think black has a pretty decent compensation. Maybe not full compensation. Yeah, rook e8. We'll probably play rook d1 right now. Yeah, the time here is really killing me. I have to exchange. I don't have anything special, I must say. This pawn on e3 is my only source of compensation. Luckily, I cannot play king f1, king e2 because of the fork. So I do still have some chances, I guess. My plan is to bring my king over to the center. And I think once I get that, I have like a decent compensation, I guess. Oh, I had a small coincidence there. Yeah, I just lost my rook. Whoops. I just forgot that when I put my king on e5, I'm no longer protecting the pawn. Yeah, that's a pretty sad loss. Ah, that's bad. Yeah, I probably if I yeah, he has the advantage. Probably if I play yeah rook e4, but I don't want to play rook e4 because I allow my king on e2. I don't want to have him that pawn blockaded. Yeah, my opponent played pretty well in this game. He won pretty deservingly. He managed to exchange lots of pieces and defuse this whole initiative thing that I had. So I think that one key moment happened after this f3 move. First top move by the engine. Very good for him. And now, don't know why. I feel like if I play rook d2, I was afraid that he's going to play rook f2, but I was thinking just to play rook to d8 in order to keep another rook on the second rank. Yeah, rook d8. I guess I have good chances to make a draw here, but I'm definitely not going to win the game. So this whole sacrifice was, you see, a bit not 100% correct. I guess if I would be keeping my time slightly better, I would have found slightly better moves than in the game, which the time pressure just killed me altogether towards the end. Anyways, it was a fun game, very educational. So, anyways, thank you guys really much for watching. I'll give another quick shout out to my new course. You can find the link in the description. If you want to support this channel, you like the content here, obviously, subscribing, commenting, liking the video really, really helps the algorithm of YouTube to promote this kind of videos forward, and that will be greatly appreciated. And also, getting the course not only will give you some good ideas and improve your chess, also helps to promote this channel. So really appreciate all of the good feedbacks that you guys give, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.